Okay, I see myself. Hold on. If I move towards here, okay, this is perfect. Hi everyone, welcome to the live session today. We may need to kind of like shrink the zoom size a bit, only because in my phone it just looks like it's cut a little at the side. Okay. Hi everyone, welcome to the live session. I think I would say the biggest, a bit more, slightly more. One last. Okay, I think that's perfect. Yeah. All right. Thank you, Jason. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the live session today. Of course, it's already 5th of May. Welcome. It's 5th of May. Time runs fast. And yesterday was the 4th of May. May the 4th be with you. If you know, you know. Okay. So, welcome to all of you. I am Teacher Mitsuko from Writers at Work. Important question that I would like to throw out here before we actually start. Are you ready for the June holidays? Or if you're a parent, are you ready for your child's holidays while you continue to work? Yes, I understand. Sometimes, when I teach, I sometimes forget that, oh, the way I had to think about it is that the students go for holidays, but not the parents per se. Unless, of course, if the parents teach at the school as well. Yeah. So today I'm going to be basically sharing with you our June holiday programs and the options that you have depending on the level of your child. So, yes, hello. Hi. It's May. Yes, it's you. Who are you again with this? Is it Iguana? Iguana, is it you with this new um TikTok handle, or am I getting it wrongly? All right. I'm correct. Okay, perfect. I'm happy I didn't I am happy I remembered it well. Welcome to you and welcome to the live session. So, yes, I'll be basically sharing with you today all the 7 programs you have. You can choose from for the June holidays. And we have programs for every single primary level. And most especially, the most exciting one would be we will have an oral program from primary 1 all the way to primary 6. I will dive into these things later on, ladies and gentlemen. So yeah, I changed my username again. Yes, Irina. Now I see the name Irina actually as well. So cute cause Matcha here is kind of like looking out with his head, trying to check for it. Let me briefly explain to you the stage that you're seeing right now in your interface in TikTok. So right above me, I'll basically be introducing and describing to you or sharing more details about whatever I'll be showing here on top. If you have questions at some point or at any point in time, please feel free to WhatsApp the number right big on top. Of course, you also have a button right here that actually says Service Plus. In Service Plus, you can share your contact details with us and we will get back to you with our operations team to share more details with you if you're interested with any one of our lessons. Otherwise, you can also visit our website where the details of our programs are actually placed out there for you to see and think about. Yes. So, and when it comes to June, we have 7 programs for all of you to choose from. I will dive into this. But first, I would of course start with June PSLE Composition Crash Course. I am very happy to introduce to all of you that we finally offer this for June. We only used to offer this for September. And due to public demand, we decided to offer a different set for June, just so you get a bit more time to practice with yourself after you learn the story banking method we have here in Writers of Work. We've opened it to the public as well. Is it expensive? Irina, it depends, right? The value that the lesson gives you is something that's up to you. It's up for you to decide because it depends on how much you need a lesson. So for example, sure, I'm a very strong writer. I'm already scoring 34 to 36 for my composition. Then probably this is way too expensive for you because you probably don't need a lesson. Otherwise, I still do have students who feel like they need a lesson even when they're scoring high. It's because they notice that their marks are fluctuating in a sense that they probably can write well, but the problem is they have the tendency to write off the topic. To write off the topic, yeah. And some of you who goes and say, sure, I've never really gotten my marks beyond 29, for example, then there is nothing expensive because when you talk about the details being taught in this 3 hour per lesson crash course, which is going to run for 5 days, I would definitely say that it's worth it in a way, in a sense that it will help you go through the entire writing process from the time when you unpack the composition question given to you all the way to actually understanding how to, yes, the mic is not, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Sometimes I talk too much, I touch the top of the mic and now you can hear me. Okay, perfect. So I have been saying the entire thing. Irina, I was saying something to answer your question, but you probably have not heard me. But quickly going back to what I just said, the June PSLE composition crash course is, I would say, it deserves its name being called a crash course because we basically tried to open up how our story banking technique that is usually offered to our regular students. We open it up for June holidays to give more students a chance to master the story banking method. Yeah. So Irina, what I was talking about, the price of the lesson just now, for me, the price and the value depends on how much you actually need the lesson. So for you, for example, if I'm a student who has never scored higher than 28, for example, sure, my score goes up and down. I don't know what's wrong with my paper. If you want to learn a very solid exam smart strategy to master composition writing and at the same time bring these skills with you all the way to secondary, which by the way will be a bit more challenging when it comes to writing essays, then it's worth it. Hello, Kai. Welcome to you. Kai, like that. Kai, the butterfly. No, sorry, because I have a song that says fly, 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 the butterfly. And so it came to my head. Yeah, so 7 programs for June holidays. We are running the programs for all the 4 weeks of June. Week 1, week 2, week 3, and week 4. If you are actually decided on which week you will manage to get to do the holiday program, give us a call or scan the QR code that you see here on top. It's because you can reach out to us and we can tell you exactly which branch is which program is running on which week. Okay, because we try to cover we try to make sure that we are flexible enough for you. So some of our programs are offered at these specific locations on these specific weeks. Okay, so let us know. Sure. In composition, do we write okay, OKAY, like okay, or okay? Irina, I always tell my students in composition is safe to spell it all out. So please write OKAY. All right. Now, June holidays. Yes. In relation to Irina's question, if you guys also have composition related questions, you can drop it in. No worries. So we're running your programs in multiple locations, and most especially for actually June PSLE composition crash course, we are offering a purely online option too. But the rest of the programs that we're offering are purely on site. Okay. Now we do have a free gift for all of you who's gonna join us for June. Our early bird has already ended, but you can still continue to join us and you will actually get to receive a $50 voucher if you decide to join our regular program after trying out a holiday lesson with all of us. Yes, people. So scan the QR code if you want to explore the programs available for you, ladies and gentlemen. Even after June holidays, right? If you're already thinking about, if you are the type of person who plans ahead and you want to think about after June, like what are the opportunities, what are the windows of opportunities does my child have after June and just before the examinations come, you can still scan the QR code, explore our holiday program pages in the website, and then you will see there all your options. Okay, now let's break it down very quickly and start with a crash course. Now, since I'm talking about composition writing crash course, feel free to drop in your question about composition. I can actually share some tips with you along the way. Mimosa, teacher Mitsuko, so pretty. Thank you so much, Mimosa. And so are you. Now, PSLE composition writing crash course, day one, basically for 5 days, every single day, you're not only learning a story. Sure, why is it 3 hours? You might be wondering, 3 hours per day? I mean, not only learning one story, not only are you learning one story, that is AL1 level composition, you're also going to learn how to adapt this story to other composition questions. You will also learn how to unpack the composition question as well. What if, for example, you're given a composition question being honest, as opposed to a composition question that says honesty? Is there a difference, teacher, in the way I interpret honesty, write a composition about honesty, and write a composition about being honest? Is there a difference? Yes, there is. These are the type of things we teach you when we help you unpack composition questions. So, day one is seconds to choose. Wow, what could this story be? You'll know once you join the lesson. Now, day two is super sitter. Of course, those of you who say, sure, I want to go through the 3 hours, but I cannot go to the center. Do know that our June PSLE composition crash course is a purely purely online option as well. Okay? So day two is super sitter, and do know as well, okay? You will learn after mastering a story, after internalizing the details of the story, brainstorming, planning together, learning a writing mechanic. You are actually learning a writing mechanic per day. After learning that, you will actually learn how to manipulate the story such that you can strategically change specific parts to make it fit to a different composition question. Umer said, are you Filipino? Yes, I am. I'm half Filipino, half Japanese. Now, day three is Small Acts, Big Effects. That's the title. I will not dive into the very story of this. I don't want to spoil it for all of you. But another day, another 3 hours to go through the whole process. Learn to unpack the question, understand it properly such that you don't end up writing a story that is off the topic. Learn to plan it correctly, understand and learn the story. Learn another type of writing mechanic. Maybe this time you're learning similes or metaphors or personification. Or maybe this time you're learning how to write descriptively using the 5 senses. Right. Day 4, Big Brother Ben. What's about Big Brother Ben? You will learn once you go through that part. So you start to realize that as you go through this PSLE composition crash course, it's actually more towards not only mastering stories, but also learning to manipulate them in usage for the composition examination. Yeah. And finally, day 5, Trouble Bubbles. That's going to be the final lesson. Another 3 hours to go through the whole process. For you to master this whole thing, right, it has to be repeated. It's very hard for students, for example, to go and see, oh, I see my compo question, I know what to do. Or I see my compo question, I immediately understand it. Understanding the compo question and at the same time learning what story to use to answer the compo question, and even strategically picking a right picture from the choices of 3 pictures, takes a lot of practice for you to do these things very quickly given the time that you had for examinations. Now, question for everyone who are watching here. Do you actually know how much time you have for paper 1 PSLE English? If you know, type it in and let's see if you know. You have at this point in time, you should know. Even if you're a PSLE student or you're still a P5 or P4, it's important that you know how much time you actually have during examinations. Because you can be a very good writer if I give you, 5 hours or 6 hours to write, but you don't have that much time during the examination. So you have to be aware of your limitations when it comes to examinations. Type it in if you know, and let's talk about it on how you can break down your time for paper 1. Now, these are all the 5 days, the lessons that you're going to go through for June PSLE Composition Writing Crash Course. Scan the QR code if you're interested. Otherwise, if you have more questions and you want us to reach out to you, 8404-9281, big right there, WhatsApp number. And of course, you can click right here at the bottom of the screen. You will see their Service Plus. That's where you can give us your contact details. Is it here? This is correct. That's where you can see You can drop your contact details so we can get our operations team to reach out to you to answer any questions that you have. All right, people. Now, what I am going to do is to share you a special video. A special video because some of you have just joined. Hello to all of you who just joined. I am teacher Mitsuko. I'm currently sharing all your options for June holidays. But I don't want to just focus on academics. So here's a video where it shows me. I'm so sorry, I'm not narcissistic. It's just that don't worry, I have a few videos to show you that doesn't that shows other people, okay? But this video I want to show you is me sharing 3 tips on how you can make the most of the June holidays and make it still fun while your child is still learning. Okay, so hello Irina, welcome back to you. Okay, so those of you who just joined, here are your 3 tips to prepare for June holidays. Let's go. Encourage your child to write in a journal and spot their creative writing at home. You want to make it even more fun? Try making reading a currency in your household. For example, if you want a snack, pay me with a summary of a book that you've read this week. And finally, tip number 3, enroll in Write as Words June holiday programs. Of course, you have the perfect way to keep your child engaged while still learning essential skills. Our specially designed holiday programs with hands-on activities, expert guidance, and courses on writing, oral communications, and PSB prep. We find something for every primary level. Your child will learn essential skills and have fun at the same time. So let's make this June a time for discovery and growth for your child. Join our Write as Words June holiday programs now. Okay, yay! The next video is Nami, don't worry. Hello, Irina, welcome back to you. It's you, you're popular. I'm not popular. Just because I have a video, it doesn't mean I'm popular, no. I'm just recording videos to promote the June holiday program. But when I actually scripted that video, it really came from the heart. When I gave tips, the first 2 tips, especially the second one, the reading. I like the concept of using reading as a currency at home. So it's like, instead of like, of course, the kids cannot pay you, but they can pay you with number of pages to read, right? Like if you want, for example, to watch that movie you want at the cinema, perhaps finish this book within this time frame, right? You use reading as a currency. It's kind of a very fun idea, especially when they have more time during the holidays. Yeah. Now, are we ready for another program to learn? Do remember, if you sign up to our June holiday program, we do have a $50 voucher to give to all of you if you decide to sign up for our regular program here, Write as Words, which, by the way, you have 2 options. We have a pure composition program for P4, P5, and P6. And then across all primary and secondary levels, we have a comprehensive English program where we teach you strategies for paper 1, paper 2, and paper 4. Now, let's go to the oral lessons that we're offering for June, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, especially for our primary 5 and 6 students who are now feeling the PSLE vibe. You know, everyone's talking about it. Your teachers are talking about it. Your parents are most likely talking about it. And the recent 2025 format actually has a biggest change, which is on paper 4. So we have specially designed our oral program to help you prepare for the new format of PSLE. We have primary 5 and 6 oral thematic set A, which is a 5-day program where you will dive into 5 commonly tested topics for oral classes or oral exam. Now, topic number 1. Okay, first, before I show you the first topic, let me show you some pictures that we have during our previous holiday programs where we taught the students some amazing oral techniques that they could use to confidently face the examinations on the day itself. So you can see right here, Actually, you can see it in the picture, everyone. If you notice, for example, okay, exactly the one I'm pointing now. Okay, I'm really learning how to navigate my interface here. Sure, I thought it was only 1 p.m. When I look at it's 8. Oh my god, Irina, you've really completely lost track of time. Is it because you're doing something or you've just been facing your phone for the entire afternoon? So what I'm actually pointing here is that the student is actually showing a page of our stimulus-based conversation picture. You will notice that the photo is now a real life photo. That is one of the major changes for PSLE oral. You will no longer see a hand-drawn poster. Well, you see some text there. Hand-drawn posters were so easy because there were text inside that will spell things out for you on what's the theme, what's the sub-theme, what's the subtitle, who are the organizers. This time around, you will actually basically be facing a real life photo. Sometimes it will be too stimulating. Sometimes it will have just one element inside the photo. So you have to be prepared to do these things and interpret these things without accompanying texts that will help you understand the theme or the context of the photo. So we have done those adjustments. Our questions and our oral practices are now using real life photos. We have also adjusted the strategies that we teach the students, the response structure, to help you prepare better on how to analyze real life photograph. It's no longer, I think some of you are very familiar with TSO, right? TSO technique was very much applicable to hand-drawn posters, but not for real life photographs. Because TSO was, who can remember TSO? No, my phone was confiscated by my mom. I had to study the whole time. Oh, so you lost track of time studying. I'm very proud of you. If you lost track of time studying, that meant to say somehow you enjoyed it along the way. Because some people who don't actually enjoy what they're doing, they would just even like, oh my god, it's been so long, but oh my god, it's just 1 minute. 1 minute has passed. But if you lost track of time studying, that's good. That would mean to say you would have spent some time studying and then boom, oh my god, it's already 6 p.m. That's good, right, Irina? A good way to see it, huh? Okay, so you can see the photo here. This is the new format that we have taught in March. Basically, as early as the moment we learned about the changes for PSLE, we started actually really changing. We went to the curriculum team. They worked hard to change the notes. The teachers came in. They worked hard to update the system on how we have to change some of the techniques just so you are ready for the new format. Okay. Now, day 1, kindness. It will always be an evergreen topic. The moment when I say, when you go for the lesson, right, you will really dive into the topic. You will have articles to read. You will have important lines or quotes related to the topic so that once you give your answer, you also have some very strong lines that you can share about the topic. So the biggest two halves for each day of the lesson is number 1, content building, helping you to learn more about the topic so you have things to say. And number 2, actual delivery, going through the questions, understanding the pictures, learning how to interpret them, and then at the same time, giving your own responses to practice the examination itself using questions that are within the topic. And I also play soccer a bit. That's nice. I like that it's a combination of mental practice, and at the same time, you never forget to do some physical exercise. Helping that would definitely help you as well. So that I feel like the combination of both mental and physical exercise will help with your improvement for both. Okay. Now, oh look at me, I have a hat. Now, day 2, of course, another commonly tested topic is environment. This will always be there. You might go and say, sure, what if a time will come? Do you speak like that to outside? What do you mean, do you speak like that to outside? I need you to I need you to explain yourself better. I don't understand the question, Irina. Now, some of you might think, sure, what if we don't have problems for environment anymore? I mean, I would love that kind of world. Will we still talk about it in oral examinations? Yes, yes. For as long as we live in this world, for as long as we live alongside nature, this will always be a topic that we will talk about. And There are times when, as you grow up, you will notice that some problems are eradicated and then another problem appears, or sometimes the same kind of problems just also continue to evolve with us. So it's good to be updated on these themes and topics because, mind you, it's going to be important for you the moment you go for secondary school. Okay. Now, third theme for day 3 of primary 5 and 6 oral thematic program is sports and fitness. Of course, health is wealth. Day 4 is familial relationships, and day 5 is neighborliness and community. Okay, so these are all your themes for day 1. Now, sure, I have other themes that I have in mind. Like, I'm very good at these themes. What about technology? I want to talk about technology because technology has been asked in PSLE previously. What if it comes back again? That is exactly why we have set B. I will show you set B in a moment. Hold on, people of the world. But first, some pictures from our cute classes from March holiday and June holiday last year, by the way. These are our students who really enjoy the classes. They're real. And remember that we do give out $50 voucher to those of you who will sign up for our course. QR code is right there. Feel free to scan it if you still want to explore more of our programs, ladies and gentlemen. Now, before I share set B with you, I want to share a video. Okay, it's not me. Don't worry. I want to share a video about, I would say, I want to share a video of a student that we have. Her name is Romaine. Okay. Now, for me, I want to put this because she has really grown to learn a lot about these themes and topics that we talk about. And not only has she done very well for composition or essay writing in secondary school, it also, the knowledge she had with all these topics that she learned from Writers at Work even helped her with oral examination, written examinations for essays, and all the way to what happens to her after school or after secondary school. Now, she even became an intern with us after she finished her secondary school. So let me quickly show with you Romaine. Maybe you're part of the video only. Romaine.
My favorite lesson is the essay lesson titled Best Things in Life Are Free. Truth be told, I adapted this essay to answer every single English Paper 1 exam throughout secondary 3 and 4. Hi, I'm Romaine Zhu. I was the choir's head of events and publicity in Nanhua High School before going to Victoria Junior College. Currently, I'm pursuing an accountancy degree in SMU because I believe that after mastering the mind of the pen, it is now time for me to learn how to use numbers to tell stories of great companies or even countries.
All right. Let's give it a pause because now I know she's going to be talking more about her internship journey. But I would like to actually give 3 bells for Romaine. Hopefully, Romaine gets to see this in the future. But it's so beautiful what she mentioned out there that your English skills basically is something that could bring you way far ahead in whatever industry you go for because your communication skills really matters whatever industry you go for. Being able to communicate well with your peers, being able to work well with them with their communication skills, being able to let your skills shine with how you communicate is something very important. And English being a universal language that we have, mastering it will really bring you a long way. Okay, so with that said, let's talk about our primary 5 and 6 June holiday program oral thematic set B. So we have 2 sets definitely because we have put together 10 commonly tested themes that are commonly tested in oral examinations. First 5 I already shared with you. The next 5 would be tan tagara, tan 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 tagara. How is our wonderful students who have joined our previous holiday programs? Yay! Hopefully, we could see you as well this coming June, and then you go and appear in his photos. All right. Theme number 1 would be education and learning, which is something very important for you to be able to talk about because you are actually going through the education system of Singapore and you are learning. And there are different aspects about these themes that you can definitely talk about and share with the examiner. Number 2 is travel, okay, beyond Singapore or even you. Travel talks about may test your knowledge of Singapore to tourists who may come here, or also your knowledge about going outside. Themes like this, right? Actually, really sometimes it's so important because I do have students who go and say, sure, how on earth can I answer about travel questions if I have not traveled myself? I have not gone out of Singapore. What on earth can I answer? What if they talk about other countries and so on, or they talk about the feeling of being outside of your own country? So that's the reason why I felt very happy when one of the students I have recently she was with me in primary school and then she continued with reservoir in secondary school. She said that it was so amazing when I had my lesson on travel because I haven't traveled much when I was younger. And the lessons, the videos, the articles, the brainstormings and the discussions actually gave her a better idea about the theme, even when she have not experienced it much herself. And that's the important thing about going through these lessons. So join our primary 5 and 6 oral thematic programs so you get yourself or your child a chance to dive into these topics and really have a content knowledge built around these topics so they have more confidence to talk about them. Now, food and nutrition, of course, is very important because humans we need food to nourish ourselves. Health, this is very much related to a more bigger umbrella theme, which is health, which sports and fitness and food and nutrition falls under. We shall dive deep into this and talk about them. The thing about these themes, right? The way we have updated our notes every single year is to make sure that we also learn about the updates about these themes. While they are evergreen, there's a lot of changes in them because the world changes very fast, most especially in this century. Medical advancements are much faster in the last 10, 20 years than it is compared to the last 50, 100 years. Perhaps one person are able to discover one more medicine in about this number of years. But this time around, the changes are actually quite fast, which poses the challenge for us to be able to learn the updates quick as well. And that's the reason why we update our notes and even the articles that we share to our students, even the statistics that we share to our students are all updated. So you know the latest updates when it comes to these evergreen topics. And day 4 is technology, the one that affects a lot of areas in our lives. Finally, performing arts. So these are all the themes that we're going through for Primary 5 and 6 oral thematic set B. So if you're interested and enjoy the classes like these students up here, very happy. Please come and join us. You have a QR code right here on top. All of you are entitled for a $50 voucher the moment you sign up for any of our June holiday programs. Those of you who are actually joining our June PSLE composition crash course will also get no, the ebook is only for early bird. Yeah, only for early bird. So now you still have the voucher. Okay, now how about our sure, what if like I want a more comprehensive practice? I need a bit more of help in paper 2. Don't worry, we have paper 2 plus oral, 5 days, and we dive into the most crucial sections of paper 2. What are the most crucial sections of paper 2? Drop it in the chat if you want to guess. Which sections of English paper 2 do you normally find challenging? Okay. While you think about that, let me actually start to break them down very quickly for all of you. Of course, we have here our happy students. Our happy students who have gone through our lessons very much previously during our March holidays and even our June holidays last year. We're hoping to see you for this round. 1 month to go. Actually, less than 1 month because our June holiday starts on the 2nd of June. So see you all soon for the June holidays. Hope you're starting to plan. Day 1 is, of course, oral. And there's a few themes that we're going to dive into for the oral lessons. You will learn about the important special response framework that you can follow just so you can organize your thoughts very well. And at the same time, the examiner can follow your train of thoughts, okay? And with the recent changes in PSLE, we have updated the techniques that we're also teaching you, especially when it comes to analyzing the picture stimulus, which has totally changed for this year. Yeah, so that's for day 1. Day 2, comprehension open-ended. Is it day 2 though? Is Compre OE day 2? I feel like I have exchanged the different day numbers. But yes, we're definitely diving into comprehension open-ended. Perhaps the most challenging that a lot of my students actually say, sure, Compre OE is very hard. Do keep in mind, it's important, now is a high time to really master your comprehension open-ended because once you reach secondary English, everything is comprehension. There's no more MCQ questions. Everything is Compre questions, yeah? It's just gonna get harder. A lot of it will rely on your comprehension skills. So master this now. Now, grammar, of course, is gonna be there. It's the foundation of everything. There's quite a lot of grammar rules, but at the same time, we have compiled this lesson for you to expose yourself to commonly tested grammar questions for examinations and learn how to tackle these commonly tested questions. Sometimes we even put funny names of the techniques that we share to our students just so it sticks to your head and brains. But and then you can bring it all the way to when you go and take the exam. And of course, we have synthesis and transformation, what a lot of students call the killer section, because it's only 5 questions, but do remember it's 2 marks each and it's all or nothing. The moment you commit a careless mistake in synthesis and transformation, some of my students really get very sad because they get 0 out of 10 just because of simple and careless mistakes. Some of you go and say, sure, I don't have careless mistakes in synthesis and transformation. I do find it hard. I understand that there's a lot of rules involved when it comes to mastering S&T. So it's important to practice them, learn the most commonly tested questions, and find a very structured way to tackle these questions. And finally, Compre Close, one of your favorites. I would say for a lot of my students, it's always like top 1 Compre OE, top 2 Compre Close, and then top 3 synthesis and transformation. Then it gets a bit more varied, top 4 and top 5. But those are the top 3 that they really find a bit more challenging. That's why we have chosen these sections to help you prepare for PSLE English Paper 2. Now, you have a QR code there. Feel free to scan, or you have a WhatsApp number very big on top. Or you can click the button right here that says Service Plus. I am actually pointing at it very nicely. Thank you so much. And you can provide your contact details to all of us. We will forward it to our operations team so they can give you a call or whatever mode of communication you prefer. And so we can answer more of your calls. Or if you want to explore them yourself, visit our website, scan the QR code, check the offers that we have. All right, these are all the 5 days for PSLE English Paper 2 and oral. Here we go. Now, look at our happy students are right here. Yes, yes, yes. Dun, dun, dun. Now, I have previously showed you a video of a student, sharing about her experiences, a video of myself. Now, what I want to share with you is actually a video of a parent. We have a video of a parent, right? Yes, a video of a parent. Let's hear it from a perspective of a parent. The learning progress and difficulty when it comes to the English language, is perceived differently from the student who's taking the classes and the parent, who sees the student's growth. So let's hear it from a parent, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Right. Not one, but three parents. It's nice to hear it from them and see the progress from the eyes of a parent who sees things in a different perspective lah. Now, you've heard it from them, not just from me, so don't just take my word for it. Let me share more with you then on what your other options are for June holidays. Do remember, if you sign up, we have regular program vouchers to give away to everyone who will sign up for our June holiday program. Scan the QR code if you want to explore more of the programs that we offer for June, because it's high time to prepare ahead, just so that you can make the most of your time during the holidays. Now, our young ones, okay, primary 3 and 4, what about us, sure? Do you have something for us? Of course we have. We have also specially curated a set of oral classes for you this June, for you to practice as well and prepare for what's coming for you in the coming year. And at the same time, get ahead and learn what's coming for you so that you don't get too scared when people start talking about PSLE by the time you reach end of P4 or just when you start P5. All right, specially curated for you. And we do also have our happy P4 and P5 students who have gone through our lesson last March and perhaps last year as well for June holiday. So feel free to join us with our themes for P3 and P4. We have environment, of course, healthy lifestyle, dreams and aspirations. Wow, Ronnie is happy to hear about that. Okay. And a day 4, you have graciousness, of course, that is evergreen. Finally, road safety as well. So explore these 5 themes in our P3 and 4 oral thematic program. Those of you who are interested, what happens during the program, it's 2-pronged. Every lesson is 2-pronged, 2 hours. We will help you build content about the theme. So you have actually something to say about it. You have vocabulary, words and phrases to use about it. You have stories to say about it. And then we practice the actual oral delivery, where we teach you techniques on how to interpret the picture stimulus that will be given to you for stimulus-based conversation. At the same time, follow a specific response framework so you can organize your thoughts well the moment you deliver your responses for oral. Yes! Now, look at our happy students taking our programs. We hope to see you here as well for upcoming June. Now, gift for you, of course. I will never stop talking about the freebies we are giving away. Scan the QR code, explore the programs. Do remember, we're giving away a $50 regular voucher for all the people who will sign up for our June holiday program. Now, the youngest learners, primary 1 and 2, of course, would never forget about you. A very, very interesting 3-day oral adventure is coming your way this June, which is called Who Stole the Dragon's Egg? It's a 3-day adventure wherein the students will become detectives. They will try to discover who actually stole the dragon's egg. And they will have one suspect to explore per day. Is it? Who are the 3 suspects? Yes, and as they explore these per day, they will then dive into special skills, oral skills per day. So who really stole the dragon's egg? Is it? Dun, 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 dun. Is it the friendly fairy? So on that day is so fun because of course primary 1 and 2 students, they learn best when they're engaged. We have prepared a lot of activities, a lot of vocabulary, poetry reading, even craft work to really get their confidence up, get them started with speaking and even performing class as well. And they will also learn about what the friendly fairy did on the day the egg was stolen. Dun, 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 dun. I think if I remember correctly, the craft work is actually them creating their own wand and then learning how to, flick the wand in specific patterns for specific spells. Like that, okay? So, scan the QR code if you're interested. At the same time, at the end of the day, we're not done yet. They have another suspect that they should explore on day 2, which is the wise wizard. Oh my god, is it the wise wizard? Is it the friendly fairy who stole the egg? I don't know now. And another day, they will focus on fluency and rhythm in the way they pronounce and then present their words. Another set of activities and vocabulary and speaking activities for this day as well. I think I remember the craft work is actually they get the chance to create their own wizard hat. And then they can wear that hat as they present the lines of the wise wizard and showcase their speaking abilities in front of the class. Okay, and finally, day 3 would be the grumpy goblin. They will now learn what the grumpy goblin did the day the dragon's egg was stolen. And at the same time, they will enhance their expressiveness and intonation as they do the speeches of the grumpy goblin. And this is the day where the big reveal will happen. After everything that they discovered about the friendly fairy, the wise wizard, and the grumpy goblin, they will now make a decision. Oh my god, who stole the dragon's egg? They will try to guess, and at the same time, the biggest reveal on what really happened that day will be shown. Wow, so exciting, right? I also want to join the program. So if you're interested, scan the QR code. Join us for a fun 3-day adventure this June. We are offering this lesson for multiple weeks. So explore. Let us know if you're interested. WhatsApp us at 84049281, or you can click the service button right here to give us your contact details. I'll get our operations team to reach out to you if you're interested. Now, what if I want my child, my primary 1 and 2 child, to explore composition writing because my child talks a lot, so I don't have problems with oral. My problem is a writing ability because, to be fair and to be honest, amongst all the skills, right, reading, listening, writing, and speaking, it's writing and speaking that are the hardest because these are the 2 skills where you need to produce the language. When you read and when you listen, you're taking in the language, you're trying to understand it. When you speak it and when you write it, you're producing the language. So that's why it's more challenging to master. And so if you want to really get your child started very early, give them the very long runway that they need to master composition writing, start with our holiday program, which also involves free gift again, which also involves composition writing. It's of course for our young learners activity based. So the lesson is engaging at the same time. They will get the chance to really practice writing and learn very strong vocabulary that they will bring with them as they continue on with their writing, learning, and journey in English, moving up the academic career in primary school. So, look at our happy students doing the composition writing program that we've had. We've run this for March and last year as well. Those of you who have not done it, Feel free to join us for June, ladies and gentlemen. Day one is TLC sandwich. Look at this young boy here doing the actual sandwich, by the way. Scan the QR code if you're interested. On top of the activity, of course, we will provide them with vocabulary phrases that they can use when they learn them, they can use and then learn a very strong writers or work story as well. Do you know for young ones, right? Primary one and two, the very most important thing is really practicing their motor skills. Really learning actually how to hold a pencil, how to move it such that they're comfortable writing and writing legibly, and at the same time d- build a stamina to write. It can get very tiring for a primary one student, by the way. It can get very tiring very easily. That's why they need a writing stamina. And this is a good opportunity for your child to explore primary one and two composition writing practice. And day three, the heart of gold. Wow. Now you might be wondering, Chur, I do trust in the lessons that you're offering, but how do I know who's teaching these programs, right? And of course, we have our highly trained and experienced teachers here in Writers of Work, who have actually practiced and mastered our story banking method themselves. They go through a very rigorous training here before they step into their own classes in Writers of Work, bringing with them their own story bank as well. Having mastered our curriculum as well, even classroom strategies they have practiced and mastered as we go through the training with them, just so they are their best selves the moment they face your kids in the classroom. Now, don't just take my word for it. I will definitely show you a few of our teachers this time. The first one I'm gonna show you is dun, 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 dun. Let me show you one of our senior teachers, Teacher Vicky. Just so you get a feel, right, on how teacher Vicky is, I'll show you a video of her sharing actually a tip about how to use Writers at Work notes to revise. So very timely tips. At the same time, you get to see who teacher Vicky is, how she is, how does she sound, because different personalities fit for different kinds of students. So let's explore teacher Vicky. Here we go.
Help your students revise Writers at Work English notes at home in preparation for exams paper 2. Ahoy, how come you can take leave? Isn't your English paper 2 tomorrow? Paper 2 no need to revise one. Huh? Hi everyone, this is teacher Vicky. It is a misnomer that one cannot study for paper 2. Even when the passages are not the same, there are commonly tested grammar and SFT rules as well as comprehension question types that can be answered if you are aware of them. Here are some steps you can share with your child so that they know how to study. Step number 1. Revisit. Revisit their work, be it done at Writers at Work or school, so that they can recall what the special tricks are to tackle questions. For example, for certain sections, they are supposed to underline or box out the keywords. For completers, it will be good for the child to read it twice. Once for understanding and reading between the lines, and another time after reading the questions to answer them accurately. Step number 2. Switching and checking. In your revision, look through your marked work and check for any common questions tested. To improve on your comprehension close passage and vocab MCQ, you can try switching out the words to see if the answers fit. Step 3. Redo. After reading through your work, test yourself again by covering the answers and see if you repeat the same mistake. If you do, don't worry, it just means that it is a common mistake for you and you should try to avoid it in the actual examination. If in doubt, you can ask your teachers for help too. Step number 4. Information sheet. Finally, coming up with a summarized information sheet will reinforce what they have revisited. For example, they should note down what SMT questions often come up and how to tackle them. They can also note down their common mistakes and remind themselves not to repeat it. This piece of paper will be helpful to replace the pre-test revision since they will be reading their past revision papers. Writers at Work notes have summarized information sheets in the notes to help your child. If you are interested to find out more, you can contact us at your nearest branch. If you are keen to find out more examination tips, please follow us on our social Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and Chia Hong Chu. Until the next video.
Yes, that was teacher Vicky, one of our senior teachers. She's actually also the one training our teachers for marking training, making sure that we do actually all our teachers mark in detail wherein we identify the mistakes, we correct the mistakes, we label the mistakes so students understand them, and at the same time, we provide options, we provide alternative phrases, we provide alternative answers to really improve the students' writing. That was teacher Vicky. If you are interested to join her class, feel free to ask us as well. Her classes are almost always full. But if you are interested, do scan the QR code or WhatsApp us. Teacher Vicky is happy to teach as long as there's still space in her class. Okay, so our teachers are indeed ready to be teaching our June holiday program classes for sure. Actually, I have seen the briefing has just been done to all of them. They're all excited to teach these lessons. We're just waiting for the schedule to come. But I invite you all to really join us. This is our primary 1 and 2 composition writing program for June holidays. Yes, look at our happy kids doing our primary 1 and 2 composition writing lesson. Do remember, everyone, if you sign up for our June holiday programs, you are receiving a $50 voucher for our regular programs. Once you experience it, okay, and then decide, oh, I want to use it for regular programs, feel free to join us. Explore more by scanning the QR code that we have here. Now, I'll make it big for all of you, huh? Like that. So, those of you who just arrived, hey to all of you. I'm Teacher Mitsuko. I am currently talking about all the 7 programs available for June holidays here on Writers of Work. We have oral lessons available for every primary level. And of course, paper 2 and oral lessons for primary 5 and 6. And even a composition writing one for our young learners, primary 1 and 2. And those of you who are even planning after June as well, we have programs available for upcoming school holidays like the National Day or even the, what you call this, the Youth Day. So let's make the most of our remaining time just before PSLE or just before the end of your examinations. Look it up. We have our programs here and the details right here on top. Okay, now I will skip this English composition problem spot because of course I want to briefly talk about the June PSLE composition writing crash course, which is going to be a 5-day crash course, 3 hours per day, ladies and gentlemen. We're in for 3 hours. You'll not only master a lesson or a story, a writer's of work story, you will also learn how to unpack your composition questions, plan effectively, get a good set of vocabulary phrases for writers of work, and learn a specific writing technique, and at the same time learn how to adapt this story to many different themes and questions and pictures. Yeah, so come and join us. This is the first time we're offering this crash course for June holidays. We used to always only offer this in September, but due to popular demand, we have actually decided to offer this for June as well. Yeah. QR code is right here, ladies and gentlemen. Feel free to explore the programs that we have for the holidays, June holidays, but also for school holidays after June. You have Youth Day, you have National Day. We have 1-day programs available, and at the same time, sure, I want to relax at home and practice paper 2. We also have actually Top Schools English exam paper 2 revision, which is fully online. So go ahead and explore these lessons, people. Now, all these programs that we have, even both our regular and holiday programs, we are actually I'm very much proud to say that a lot of our students, more than 10,000 of them actually, have already benefited from these lessons that I'm actually talking about. Let me share them with you, so at least you get to hear from the people who really have gone through these lessons. We have over 400. Thank you so much to those of you who left a Google review, whichever center you left a review with. Let me share some of them with all of you, so you don't just take my word for it. Felix here even said the teacher at Writers of Work is extremely passionate and dedicated to improving the English standards of our child. I think this is thank you so much, Felix, for this testimonial. To encourage my child into reading, the teacher brought along a few books of different genres to lend my child. We're happy that our child has found the right genre and gained interest in reading. Thank you, Teacher Africa. Now, you have another one here from Sito. This is the first year that our P6 girl is attending the enrichment class at Writers. Very patient and experienced teachers. My girl has improved in her writing and paper too. Wow. To have improved both in paper one and paper two is actually a huge thing. Thank you so much for your review. And a very big congratulations to our patient and experienced teachers for making this possible as well. We continue to support our students and to make sure that they learn the best way they could, especially in the English language. And let's see, Betty said, I highly recommend Writers of Work to those who need help with composition writing. My elder son scored from AL4 and P5 to AL2 for his PSLE results after joining for only 1 year. The moment the revision is strategic, the moment the child also puts in the effort, and you pair it with a teacher who teaches with passion, who knows strategies and how to teach it, things like this can happen. I had a student who had AL6 for prelims and AL1 for PSLE. I'm not kidding. I even have a video of her talking about how happy she was when she got AL1. So these things are possible, especially when when your time is directed more strategically. When you get help from people who know how to help you best with the time that you have. So make the most of your time for June holidays. Come and join us for Writers at Work. And we have another one here from Vanis, who said, my kids have shown great improvements in their English language ever since they joined Writers at Work. And I'm glad that they have found Writers at Work. Thank you. We're glad we have found you too. Now, there's one interesting one. This one, big. Because this is both Royston and Yu Yang. They've been with us for many, many years. And they've even interned. They become our intern in the past few months. Hello, Yu Yang and Royston, if you're around. Hope you're fine and doing well in your own studies now. Royston left a review. They're both very close friends. Let's read Royston's review for Writers at Work. I've been with Writers at Work for over 5 years now. This is a testament to the caring teachers, innovative curriculum, and engaging lessons. Writers at Work has taught me many examination techniques. Scare. If I only had one, if I had to only pick one technique, it would be scare, as it is very useful strategy that I use to organize my thoughts before presenting my oral responses during my oral examinations. This is actually a response structure that we teach our students in Writers at Work for questions that are argumentative in nature that require them to take a stand. Let's continue. I benefited from the Writers at Work secondary program as I learned and conceptualized many structures aimed at all aspects of the English paper to help me achieve better results. My Writers at Work teacher has also taught many life virtues, molding my character for many years ahead. Wow. Thank you, Royston. I even got the chance to interview Royston and his mom. And it's truly amazing to see how he has grown in his communication skills here in Writers at Work. So perhaps I'll actually, next time I go live, I'll show it to all of you, the video of Royston sharing those things. So yeah, these are actually words that really came from the people who really learned from Writers at Work. And we're hoping to continue extending these benefits to those of you who have not yet. And at this very crucial time also, especially that we're going towards examination season. So if you want to try it out or there's specific areas in English language that you want to master, have a look at the 7 programs available for June. And if you want to ask more questions, we are happy to answer them, ladies and gentlemen. So before I continue reading more of these, let me actually share one more teacher to all of you. Actually, let me share 2 more teachers in one go. Okay, 2 more teachers. Okay, to give you a quick break. 2 more teachers in Writers at Work that I would like to share with you because they are most likely also be teaching some classes for June holiday programs, just so you get a glimpse of the teachers that we have here in Writers at Work. One of them is Teacher Rovindi, and another one is Teacher Isabel. Is it correct? Teacher Daniel. Okay, Teacher Daniel and Teacher Isabel. 2 different teachers. who are very good at their craft and who have very different styles of teaching as well. And so let's hear them out. Let's go, everyone. Oh, Royston is here! Ah! Pause the video, pause the video. Hello, Royston. Royston, I was just showing your review here. Look. You see, everyone, I'm not making this up. Royston is real. Royston and Yu Yang are real. I just read your entire review just now, Royston. Oh my god, welcome to you. My goodness. You're no longer in school, right? Don't you tell me you are typing while in class, huh? Hello, Royston. Hope you are well. Everyone here, Jason cries every day. Oh, God. Outside now. Okay, very good, Royston, huh? You come visit us once in a while when you get the chance to do so, okay? Yeah. Hi, Jason. All right. Take care all the time, of course, and visit us when you get the chance. Now, everyone who are watching, let's watch Teacher Ravindi one more time. Right. So you get to meet teacher Ruvindi. A few things that she highlighted as a teacher was that she likes to prepare many different types of resources to strengthen the things that she teaches in class. And at the same time, she's also the type of teacher who kind of like challenges her students to share about the top learning that they have as their key towards being able to leave the classroom. And she's a type, if you can see, she likes to check around to check for understanding to make sure that every student is able to understand what she was teaching and at the same time help them overcome some of the things that they are still struggling with when it comes to writing and learning English. But let's see another teacher this time around. Let's see teacher Daniel. Right, that is teacher Daniel, who also wishes for his students this year to have a better skill set when it comes to the English language. He talked about the tips that you can do as well and the things you plan to do in class. So very interesting. Those are the teachers that we have. I'll definitely show more teachers with you in the coming days. I'll do it little by little because I don't have all the time in the world. But those are our teachers, and so you've met some of our teachers, you've met some of our students, and even the parents share the testimonials. So if you're interested to really try out the Writers at Work lesson and the Writers at Work magic, WhatsApp us at 8404 if you want more questions or you want us to reach out to you. Otherwise, you can also click the button right here, Service Plus. You can leave your contact details to us. We will get the help of our operations team to reach out to you and explain whatever it is that you need clarification with. Now, do keep in mind, to those of you who have young ones, primary 1 and 2, we have a 3-day oral adventure called Who Stole the Dragon's Egg, available for June holidays. We are offering this on multiple weeks and in different locations. So you can reach out to us and check out the availability and the seats left for whichever dates that you're thinking of. A very interesting oral program where your kids become detectives to try and solve the problem, the mystery of who stole the dragon's egg. And at the same time, learning very specific oral skills per day. Pronunciation and articulation, rhythm and fluency, and at the same time, expression as well. So that as early as primary 1 and 2, they gain that confidence to speak in front of people, preparing for what comes ahead when it comes to national examinations. Now, P3 and 4, do not worry, we have an oral lesson for you. Look at this. You can actually see the cover page of the notes that we have for our primary 3 and 4 oral thematic lesson, 2 hours per lesson. Every day, it's a 5-day program where we dive into a specific commonly tested theme specific to your level every single day. We teach you how to dive deep into the content so you have something to say. And we also teach you how to say your responses in a very structured way using tried and tested response framework. And finally, because of the changes for PSLE format, we have also updated the techniques that we're teaching you so that you are able to make sure you're able to unpack the picture stimulus that's given to you, which is now officially a real life photograph instead of a hand-drawn poster. So, and do not worry, our P5 and 6 students are now in the face of PSLE. We have 3 programs available for you. Primary 5 and 6 oral thematic set A and set B. Am I pointing at it correctly? Let me see. I'm waiting to see myself. Correct. So these 2 right here are oral lessons, 5-day. Set A is going to tackle 5 different themes, commonly tested. And then set B is also going to tackle a different set. Oh, I should have been pointing like this. Okay, and then set B is also going to tackle a different set of 5 commonly tested themes. Now, if you would like to go through actually both sets to expose yourself to 10 commonly tested oral themes, that's definitely possible because we're offering these programs in more than 1 week in June. So reach out to us if you're interested and you know which weeks or which days you're available to take these programs. Now, to those of you who want a more comprehensive practice, you can definitely have a look at our PSLE English Paper 2 plus Oral, wherein we break down into 5 days crucial components in Paper 2, grammar, synthesis and transformation, comprehension open-ended, and comprehension closed, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. Now, if you're interested and you want to really explore, read about the programs, see the availability, reach out to us. But if you want to learn more about them or download the product brochure, scan the QR code here. We have all the programs available for June, and at the same time, the programs available after June, by the way, while you still have time before the PSLE and end of year examination. Scan the QR code here, visit our websites. Everything is definitely there. On top of the website, you will see that there's a holiday program tab there that you can explore, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I want to explore something that dives deep really into how we take care of our students. I want to show you some of our lesson preps that our teachers really work hard to prepare before they step into the class. They never go and step into the class blindly and then I'm going to wing it. No, that's not how it works here. They've actually also been really taking the time I want to show you the behind the scenes on how teachers prepare for lessons and how detailed it could get. And at the same time, how our mark scripts looks like, especially for when it comes to composition writing. Let me show you. Look at this. As well. But before that, I know. It's like I see myself. Okay, give me a break, Jason. Yes. Now, let me show you. Actually, that's correct. That was a good connection. Um, I want to show you the behind the scenes as to how we are preparing for June holidays. When it comes to like when you think about it, right, you go to the class and then you meet the teacher. But on top of the teachers, right, our operations team, the people who are in the customer service, our customer service officers, and even our curriculum team really actually also puts in the effort to make sure everything comes together during the class of your child in Righteous at Work. So have a look at this and see how we all work together to prepare an exciting June holiday program for all of you. Let's go.
Hi there, I'm teacher Mitsuko, and I'm here to take you on a little tour behind the scenes of our June holiday program here at Rise. Come, let's go and ask the experts to share why this program is a perfect fit for your child. Let's start with our curriculum director. Hello, Agnes. Question: why should students join the June holiday program? We've carefully designed 7 exciting programs, each packed with engaging activities that make learning fun. For example, we have introduced a brand new stimulus analysis method, an oral response structure to help students adjust to the new PSM format. And for our Program 1 and 2 students, we've created an amazing oral lesson based on Who Stole the Dragon's Egg. My team and I have worked hard to ensure that every student from Program 1 to Program 6 get the best English learning experience possible. Now let's head over to the operations team. Now question: are you guys ready for registration and welcoming both children and parents? We're all set from simple registrations to smooth lessons. We've got it all covered. Parents can relax knowing everything is taken care of and the kids will have a super happy and fun learning environment. We've even printed all the notes already. We are so excited to get started. Now let's go and see how the teachers are preparing. Hi Jar, sorry, I'd like to disturb you for a few seconds. We have a question for you. How prepared are you to teach the holiday programs and keep your students engaged? Well, every lesson is carefully planned so no time gets wasted. I just finished prepping one of the lessons, making sure every minute counts. I want to make sure that every child is actively learning, getting new skills, and always improving themselves. It's going to be so much fun. Well, sounds like it's all going to be a blast. So if you're looking for a way to make your child's June holidays awesome, come join us here at Writers at Work. We will help them learn, grow, prepare for examinations, and have fun all month long. So sign up now.
Yay! So fun. Now, actually, I have a very good bridge from the video to what I'm going to share with you next before I end the live, ladies and gentlemen. Hello, hello to those of you who just joined. I'm teacher Mitsuko, sharing about the 7 programs we're offering for June holidays. I've been talking for 1 hour and a half now. Okay, now, you can see, right, that our curriculum director really was very excited sharing about the exciting new programs that we're offering for June. The primary 1 and 2 oral, the what do you call this? The June PSLE composition crash course, and as well as the updates that we have done in our oral lessons to make sure that it's gonna help the students for the new format for PSLE. You can see also that our operations team are ready to welcome the students. They've already started printing the notes, preparing the attendance, and making sure their classrooms are ready, the environment is ready for the students to learn in a conducive environment. And finally, you can see one of our teachers sharing with you their lesson preps. Actually, in connection to that, teachers here at Writers at Work really take the time to prepare every single minute of the lesson before they step into the class, just so we make sure that we make most of the time that we have with the students every week. And it will be the same thing for the June holiday programs as well. And finally, we make sure that everything is ready for them and we know what exactly we want to teach the students that for that day. So you can see here, for example, right, in the screen, right, all these colorful things here are actually the teacher's notes. This is how they prepare. They prepare even the questions they want to ask the students, even the stories that they want to talk about, even the activities that they want to do. They prepare all these things. You can see. They even write notes here. You can see it there. Those colorful writings there. They prepare these things and make sure that because the best thing about preparing is they can cover and make sure that students are able to learn based on the abilities of the students that they have in the class. Yeah. So these are the detailed preparations that they do. Look at this, my goodness. And the students eventually actually write these notes in their own student copy as well. Yes, so that the teacher is able to really command the lesson, make sure the students follow through, make sure that the students manage to write their own notes as well. And they bring home with them a set of notes that they can use for their own revision too. Yes, so our teachers prepare that much just before they step into the lesson for June holidays, for regular programs as well. So they don't just wing it. Just before they step into the class, they know how every single second would go to make sure that they make the most of their time with your child. And of course, I'm here to share with you some very important and very heartwarming testimonials from the parents as well before I go. Let me read to you Vanis's one here, right here. My kids have shown great improvements in their English language ever since they joined Writers at Work, and I'm glad that we have found Writers at Work. And then Betty here said, I highly recommend Writers at Work to those who need help with composition writing. My elder son scored from 804 in P5 to 802 for his PSLE results after joining for only 1 year. Amazing jump, amazing jump. The moment you really found a very strategic way to spend your remaining time for revision, you have to be smart about it, especially that you're closer to examinations or end of your examinations at this point of the year. There is a lot of room to improve. There's a lot of room to improve. And I always tell my students it can be done. First, you need to believe in yourself. Second, you have to have the right resources that you need and the right direction that you need to get to where you want to go. So very heartwarming. Thank you so much. So everyone, if you are interested to explore our June holiday programs, we have 7 programs available for you this June. Scan the QR code here. Scan the QR code here and explore the details of each program in our website. We have a huge tab on top that says holiday programs. We have oral programs for every single primary level. And then we have composition writing program for primary 1 and 2 are your youngest learners. And at the same time, for the first time, we're offering in June PSLE composition writing crash course, where even the public who are not regular students of Writers at Work get the chance to learn about our story banking method, which is a very effective method to tackle composition writing during the examination and learn skills that they can bring with them all the way to secondary school the moment they continue learning English and facing more challenging things right at that level of learning the language. So scan the QR code here, everyone. If you have questions, feel free to WhatsApp us at 8404-9281. It's also very big there up on the screen. Ask questions from us. Our operations team are very much ready and happy to answer any of your questions. At the same time, another option for you is to just quickly drop in your contact details right here at Service Plus. And then we will forward your contact details to our operations team so they can reach out to you and discuss whatever it is that you need for your child this coming June. It's already 5th of May, ladies and gentlemen. It's very high time to prepare for the school holidays because this is the longest holiday they will have just before PSLE. And just before the end of your examinations for those of you who are not taking PSLE. So it's good time to really make the most of these holidays. Make the most of it in such a way that they still have time to have fun and then they still have time to continue the revision so that the momentum never stops. Yes. So everyone, thank you so much for joining my live session today. This is Teacher Mitsuko. I hope to see you again tomorrow. In the meantime, visit our website. If you have questions, DM us or WhatsApp us here on top. I'll see you again next time. Have a good night.